I always focus here a lot so people will understand what's going on. And this is the time of Kings. So you can always flip your 66 books to First Kings, and you can read about this. This is in the time of course, King Solomon, David's son, the third king of Israel. And Solomon and David were the seed of Judah, and the first king is Saul, who rebelled against David. So remember the rebellion against David, and Saul is from the tribe of Benjamin, so you can understand this. All right, so in this time, Saul, of course, slept with many daughters. People, the Most High told us not to come into no other people but our own. But he had Moab, Ammonites, the children of Lot, Edomites, red flesh, and a whole lot of fucking Hamites, including Pharaoh's daughter. 700 wives, 200 concubines. You know what I'm saying? He was, doing, spreading the seed. Be fruitful. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that. He wasn't fucking other people's wives like his father, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't, sleeping with his mother, for doing the shit in Leviticus, you know what I'm saying? So everything is still good with the law. So he was good. The Most High was blessing along with the kingdom. But like he said, it was the wrong type of people. Because like I said, they'd turn your heart against the Most High. And they did. And like he said, so the Most High boy stirred up adversaries against him and told him that he would split his kingdom. So you got to understand, there's 12 tribes that Solomon rules over. So you gotta understand when people say they Jew and they this and that. You gotta understand, because you got red people who are Edomites, like this guy Hadad, who's a certain Edomite, red flesh man, or the Edomites that Solomon has sex with the women. So you gotta understand they exist today. So when the Most High say he split up 10 tribes of the 12 tribes of Israel and gave it to the wicked kings. You know what I'm saying? So Jeroboam and Rehoboam, one of them. You know what I'm saying? The wicked kings. So all this you can find in the book of the Acts of Solomon. So once you read the Acts of Solomon book, which is another lost book, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get into that today because it tell you a lot of shit that you did not know and you really need to know. And so Israel rebelled against the house of David until this day. So you got to understand this. The 10 tribes who were split rebelled, and all their kings are going to be wicked. You got to understand why we have kings, because we had judges, but then we had the Most High of Israel protecting us, because we so wicked and stubborn as a people that we want kings. And so we are on the wickedness of the king's hearts. So they rebelled against David. That means all the tribes, Reuben, Gad, Simeon, Levi, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, you could say even Dan when he was with the shit, you know what I'm saying? Nataplia, Asher, Benjamin, Joseph, and the two sons of Joseph, like I said, Ephraim and Manasseh, all rebelled against the house of David. And like I said right there was none that followed the house of David but the tribe of Judah only. All right? And this is the thing from the Lord. So you can read verse 24 so you can understand why this is happening, because the Most High is making this happen. So this is the thing from the Most High to split these nations. All right? So we're going to just go down in the further New Testament real quick, because that was Kings. So we'd have been in a lot of bondage since then, and we still in bondage, even to the time where I'm going to. And I am going to Matthew. If I could just get there, when they asked Jesus, how do we know it's the end times? And if you did not know, which everyone should know that, and he answered them and said that beware of false prophets. So a false prophet is someone that is lying to you, telling you like prophecies that is a lie. Anyway, I'm not even going to get to it, because you will just get to it. You can find this in Matthew when his disciples asked him. And the first thing he said is, watch out for false prophets. Someone that's trying to lie to you. I'm looking for it. Don't say, I think I had it down. You know what I'm saying? That's a great image, Josh. But I'm not going to get off topic, because what I want to talk about is the false prophets. All right? So I want to talk about these little charts you see and people who are false prophets telling you who you are and who you're not. So someone saying you black, I consider that as a false prophet, because you're not black. Literally, your flesh is not black. Someone say that they're white is a false prophet, meaning they're trying to hide something, you, deceive you in such a way that you can't understand. I want to explain this real quick, because like I said, the Jehovah's Witness, the Charles Taze Russell followers, or whatever this 1682 fitted off your businessman is who he is. And there's a lot of religions, cults, because all religions are cults. It's who you are through the blood. And I want to explain this real quick. When someone tells you a lie and you believe it, like it's a lot of people saying they're Gadites. A lot of people say they the tribe of Ephraim or Manasseh. You gotta understand who these people are. Like I just explained who the 12 tribes of Israel was. And I told you that the 10 tribes split from Israel, all right? So the 10 tribes are no longer a part of this. And if you don't understand what happened to them in the Bible, Nebuchadnezzar, the Persians, the Greeks, they all claim that they're going to be them, the tribe of Nassus. These two people are Joseph. So you can understand, so you won't be lied to what's going on earth. Esau is a red-fleshed man, all right? Red skin, the so-called white, the so-called German, the so-called Russian, the Italian, the Hispanic. All those are red-fleshed people. You cannot, the Asian, you cannot be fooled by that. None of these people are going to fall into that category. So when you see a man who say that he's one of these people, fuck this side. When he say he's one of these people, he's not going to be a red man. Unless you check his father and see who they is to make their flesh that complexion. Just don't assume that they ever is in this tribe, because people would do that. And I say fuck this side because from the tower, like I said before, Esau, before the tribes, from the tower, the children of Ham and the Japhites, even before Esau was born, they all spread to the four corners of the earth. This is the four corners of the earth. Because Judah is here now in the four corners of the earth. Everything to the west of the fucking Africa, and even to the west, so far west of, fucking where the land of Ur or Canaan. This is the lands our father knew not. So anyone in these places, because these are lands, that's red flesh, you know they eat them. But they are dark-skinned people here, so they try to tell you that that's them because they spread. No, all these people are Judah. Every person in all these places are the tribe of Judah. These people are lost. I just read you the book when they rebelled against Judah. You can't tell me where a Levite, a Simeonite, a Zebulonite, you can't tell me where none of these people are today. You can't tell me who they look like. There's Shemites before Abraham. There's so much mixture. These people rebelled against Israel, meaning rebelled against the Most High God, worship God. You don't see Dan here because he completely, all they people in the land put up graven images like fucking Nimrod and worshipped it. And these people follow the worshipers and worship themselves. You got to understand, you don't know who these people are. They said it was going to be Greek. That's why the 13 books of the Apocrypha is not there. These people claim on the streets to be Gadites. They claim to be fucking Egyptians. Some of these motherfuckers claim to be Egyptians, the Hamites. What you got to understand is the dark-skinned people were here in the Americas from the tower. They've been here. Your history starts at the slave ship and when these red people discovered Americas. But the Hamites been here because you can see pyramids here just like you can see them back then. The Hamites love pyramids. That's why you see them in the Americas. Edomites don't build, the red people don't build pyramids. That's what you don't get. So you got to understand the culture, so you can understand that anybody in West, Indians, any of the Jamaicans, any of the fucking, any of these places, Tobago, Trinidad, all these places, they Judah. These Mexican, any dark-skinned flesh person in Mexico, he's either a fucking Hamite or he's Judah. But none of these tribes are there. It's what you don't understand. You don't know who these people are. So say the King James, when the Most High come back, or the Lost Books, when he come back and separate them and tell you who they are. So anyone that's telling you he's this or you that, it's a false prophet. That's what we talk about, the false prophets today. And you got to understand what a false prophet is. Anybody, you got to understand what you're looking at with your eyes. You can't hear what I'm showing. See, what I'm showing you is an image. You cannot hear this. You see images. You don't hear images. You see this. Someone skipped over Exodus chapter 20, you know what I'm saying, verse 4 and 5, when it says, do not create this. This is not a lion. This thing has eyes but can't see, neither has breath in his mouth and ears but can't hear. That's an image. What if I pull this up? You'll say that's a lion. No, that's not a lion. That is a graven image. So when you see people standing out there with these things, you already know that it's false doctrine. And the thing is, even this, someone knows it. They try and point out this and that, and then they give you even more false doctrine. Look at this. Look what they give you. You do not know who these people are. That's what you don't understand. That's why the book don't tell you. It don't say that all these people came up and did this shit to nothing. You got to preach to the lost tribes. They lost. It's not like the found tribes. They fucking lost. If you don't understand the word that begins with the L and end with the T. It's lost. It's like you don't get it. But no, the false prophets have found them. And they will tell you this. Anyone that is preaching should be this. This is the priesthood. Someone that said they got the knowledge and hold the books and all this shit, they should be this. A regular person can tell you, but somebody they tell you that they the general of this, or they give them some titles. No. Worship the Most High only. The graven images are false. You gotta understand. You see Jehovah's Witnesses give you tons of graven images. You can look at these not people. They stand there with their stars. Like, you gotta understand what a star is. Stars are in heaven. You don't understand what a star is because, of course, they took the book of Enoch out of the 66 books. So people didn't read when they were growing up and wouldn't know what a star is. They got NASA's graven images showing you what's in heaven. You shall not make an image of what's in heaven. You know what I'm saying? I cannot stress that to my people. It's dark. I'm not even gonna cut on the light, but this is Exodus. This is it's very important. It's more important because these things, the second commandment will make you do all these things. I can explain how I can make you commit adultery by showing you an image. Why you can steal by showing you an image. I can show you an image and make you commit all these sins. I can show you an image. Like I said, Leviticus. A graven image is a menu showing you the abominations that you eat. But you will never get with a graven image. Thou shalt not make it. Know the difference. That is not an eye. That is fucking, it's not even, it's gone, it's so wicked that it has gone beyond wood and stone. That's what I'm trying to say. And people don't get it. It's wicked begat wickedness. It has gone beyond wood and stone. You know what I'm saying? I look at words and maps as something different. But when someone show you a map, it's not water, is it? You know what I'm saying? It's a graven image. But people have maps. So you got to go into detail because when people serve and worship, people will show you a spinning ball, earth, and call it the earth that they stand on. Like they will look at that image and call it what the Most High created on the third day. It's called dry land. But people will believe that there's dry land in heaven because of the graven images. It's showing men standing on dry land. But it ain't no dry land in heaven, so you're being deceived. So you got to look at this. This is the perfect example of the shit. These fucking, see Samaritans right there, that Israel rebelled against Judah. And after the fucking Greeks and Persians came, destroyed them, fucking Israel said they were going to be Greek and devout in the Apocrypha. You go read it for yourself. 13 missing books from the King James that you're not finding in this book. They said they're going to be Greek. Anyone that say that any of them tribes will be put to death. So after 3, 4, 5 generations of bringing kids with their law, they're going to forget who the fuck they is. And in my mind, this is what I want to say this. I want to say this because I don't think people understand how deep this is. You do not understand who these people are. You do not know where the Zebulon is. So when Israel, Jacob, when he died and gave curses to each and every last one of his sons, because Reuben is the firstborn, but look where Reuben at. You know what I'm saying? He gave curses to them. So if they all rebelled together and they all lost together, I honestly believe they all got the same curses. Every last one of them got all 10 of the curses. So every curse that was given to Benjamin,